In the words of Dostoevsky, your worst sin is that you betrayed yourself for nothing. Now, this quote is very applicable to the modern men and the modern women in our society. And today we're going to watch a video here showcasing just how screwed up our culture has become, even at the top echelons of our society. Now, this is going to be a video of an ex-basketball player, an ex-NBA player, who finds out his wife has an OnlyFans. Now, for those that are not aware, OnlyFans is basically an online prostitution service where they provide sex work. Now, people can say all they want, women can say all they want about this sex work, but it is pretty much, in fact, prostitution. It's softcore pornography. And we're going to see just how insane these like this relationship has become. Now, it is very important for the men out there to be aware of women in their life as far as their background and their history. If you do not know the history of the woman that you were with, you're going to find out one way or another. And this NBA player, he knew certain things about her past, like according to the video, which we'll find out more in a minute. And yet he still went on with it, and he still went on with the relationship. You know, things were supposed to change, and it turns out they haven't changed. Now, think of it like this. If a woman who is promiscuous, if a man who is promiscuous has a history of promiscuity and has made no effort to either be celibate, to come to God, to do anything of the sorts to repent of their sins. And when I say sins, what I mean is not strictly religiously speaking. I mean to do that which you know is wrong and to do it anyway, or to do that which you are doing not knowing it's wrong because you're living in ignorance and pride, and then you find out the hard way when you fall. Because as the Bible says, also, pride comes before a fall. So, we have some other Bible scriptures that we're going to get to today, but let's just go ahead and start the video here.
It's stupid, bro. I can't believe I'm sitting here just finding out you got an OnlyFans page. Out of all these years, yo, the disrespect that comes with it, that you could even talk to me before you did it.
All these years. So she's been doing this for God knows how long.
That's bullshit.
And she's acting like, look at the entitlement on her face, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the entitlement. She thinks she's catching him like getting upset about her OnlyFans, and her being a prostitute is going to like make people feel sorry for her or something, or like think that he's in the wrong. It's just silly behavior.
That's fucked up, Keith. I'm telling you, bro, that's fucked up.
Wait, no, calm. You're not gonna say fuck me or that's fucked up. It's not fucked up.
You recording me? What the fuck you doing?
Listen, it's not fucked up, and we're going.
She's like in her late 30s. It looks like too. She's like in her late 30s or early 40s because the NBA player himself is in his late 40s.
Okay, look. So I have an OnlyFans page, and he's mad because
it's disrespectful. Hell yeah, it's disrespectful. Because
he's just now finding out about it.
Of course I'm mad I'm just finding out about it.
I'm not doing it with anybody but myself. So
She's not doing it with anybody but herself, so it should be fine. All I'm doing is showing, my body off to these random simps that are paying me extra money so that I can go get my bag. It's fine.
Why should I have to tell you my choice, my body, my fucking choice?
My body, my choice. Men, any single woman out there that says that and screams that in a malicious manner like she just did, I guess it really wasn't malicious. It was more like again, it was the spirit of entitlement there.
My body, my fucking choice.
My body, my fucking choice.
Partner, you supposed to come to me and talk to
Joe,
me.
I've been talking to you about mad things. I've been asking for solutions to shit. You not giving me none, so I created one.
That's no solution. Not in my book. That's no
You
solution.
knew who the fuck I was when you met me.
Before.
You knew who I was before you met me. She's trying to deflect accountability. Deflecting accountability altogether. Well, you knew I was a whore. Pretty much what she just said.
Before
I
knew that.
thought that I would never have to go back to anything
I
like
knew
this
that
again.
beforehand,
But
but not,
unfortunately,
no.
that's not the case
'Cause after
right now.
After that, everything's supposed to change.
After that, everything's supposed to change. And wonder why it doesn't, huh?
Everything did change.
No. Obviously it hasn't.
No, it had to. I had
Obviously
to do something.
It hasn't. You stood out there showing your body. You stood out there doing stuff like this on camera.
Who is paying this woman to see her body? like she's fairly attractive for, like, physically for her age, right? But like, who the would pay to see her body?
You act like that's the only thing that I do. I have mad jobs, but they're not facilitating everything that needs to be done. So I got something extra. OnlyFans be breaking me off. What the fuck?
Come on, Keisha, with that. It don't matter what they breaking you off. It's the disrespect that comes with it.
What
You
disrespect?
couldn't come and talk to me about it.
Okay, well, we're talking about it now.
'Cause I have
she can't take accountability, man. Cannot take it.
Find out on the fly.
All right then, but now, okay,
No,
so wait.
I had to find out on the fly.
So now you know.
Yeah, now I know.
Okay. And so? Whatever. I've been doing what I have to do, period. Like, that's bottom line. That's what it is.
Oh man, she's been doing what she got to do. Look at the house that they're in. Like he's an ex NBA player. Surely they're not hurting for money. Surely. It's crazy out here, guys. It's crazy. But that's the video for today. We'll go into more detail here and analyze it and talk more about it and just the state of affairs in our society. But I want to first read a verse or two from Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 7. And it says, it's 1 Corinthians 7, 2 through 4. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife hath not power over her own body, but the husband. And likewise the husband hath not power over his own body, but the wife. Defraud ye not one the other, except it be consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt not for your inconsistency. Now, what exactly does that mean? What does it mean that the wife has no power over her body but the husband, and likewise the wife has power over the husband's body? So, when you are actually in a committed relationship, biblically, what this is saying is that you should never deny your partner of sexual needs or wants, I guess you could say. I don't like thinking about sex as a need per se, because if you need sex, then I don't think you've actually transcended and spiritually awakened beyond the transcendent spirituality and sacredness of it. But if you want it, then that's a different story. And if you are in a committed relationship, I say that if a woman wants it, yeah, like, go for it. And if the man wants it, yeah, that's what the woman is there to do as well. Like, they're not supposed to use sex as a tool of manipulation or of a bargaining chip or anything like that. Like, sex is supposed to be a part of their relationship where they come together with intimacy, and it's not supposed to be anything. And in fact, in my future relationships with, well, just ideally my one future relationship with the one person, I don't plan to have multiple wives, but biblically speaking, it is a possibility, especially with the modern women nowadays. Like, none of them can be taken seriously. And same with the men. I don't see a lot of men out there that can be taken seriously. And the reason for that is, well, there's a few different reasons, but I'll go into the first reason for women first. It's like they've already been with multiple other guys. So why would I, and if if that's what's going to be on the other side, that video, where if I know about a woman's past, where she was promiscuous in the past, well, then why would I wife her up? Why would I take her seriously? Why should I? Now, of course, for men, it's different, because women care more about the man's possibilities of the future, and men care more about the facts of the woman's past. That's just the way it goes. So I'm not saying that it's right for men to be promiscuous, and I don't think that that should be the goal for anybody, but I'm saying that it's less harmful in the long run. And studies have shown this as well, where you can see in charts where women that have multiple sexual partners before marriage, the satisfaction of the marriage decreases drastically with each partner they have thereafter. And with the men, it's the same thing, but it's not as significant in the decline. It declines, but it's not as significant. So it's still harmful, but it's not as harmful. Still not right, but I'm just saying that is the case. And so what really is going on, I think, a lot of the times where these modern men and modern women betray themselves is where they know things about the people that they're with, and yet they commit to them anyway, knowing that hurt is going to be a likelihood on the other side. This is why I would encourage everybody to really, really take a look at how to level up your life and create the life that you want, so that you can attract and be with people that are actually trying to make an effort. Did it look like that woman was trying to make an effort in the relationship? No. No. Not at all. She did not make an effort. She, for years, has been, according to the video, for years has been lying to her husband, going behind his back about showcasing her body. And he's upset about the disrespect, as he should be. But the reason that there's no power over each other's bodies at that point is because they're not really husband and wife. They may be on paper, but spiritually, they're not. When you are, what I genuinely believe the Bible is saying here is that if you are truly husband and wife, spiritually speaking, because remember, sex is the consummation of marriage, so sex is marriage. The person or people that you're having sex with, you're binded to, spiritually speaking, in one way, shape, or form or another. And so, if you are truly husband and wife, spiritually speaking, then, and biblically speaking, then you will have the authority over the other's body. This is not to say that you have authority over who they are, but the woman who wants to be that fiercely independent in the video that says, my body, my fucking choice, that's a sign of that's a sign of a Jezebel spirit, as far as I'm concerned. And this just goes to show that even the most, again, the top echelon of status of men are wifing up these hoes. For what? For what? Now this guy's reputation is going to be completely construed in a different manner. Men lose respect for men that marry or wife up hoes. Like, it's not always like openly said amongst men, but it is the case. And if you get if you don't get respect from other men, if you don't have this form of intimidation from another man as a man, where you know that this person can do some damage. Like, maybe this guy can still physically harm you, but as far as the status is concerned, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. This is one of the other reasons why Leonardo DiCaprio, for example, is actually really respected by a lot of different men. And women can call him a predator or whatnot all they want, but to be that high of a status at that age and still get with women under the age of 25, that's every man's dream. Like, that's every man's dream as far as like the worldly dreams go. That's not my dream, but generally speaking, most men, if they had the option, they would prefer the younger, more attractive women, because they're not like this woman who's bitter, resentful, not grateful, not appreciative, and lies by omission. That is. These are just a few of the things that are going wrong with a lot of the relationships nowadays. And it is the case to me, it seems, that self-control is the antidote to these kinds of relationships that are going wrong. Self-control is going to be the antidote to, how would you say it? Self-control is the antidote to promiscuous behavior, as well as self-indulgent senses of self-righteousness. And it's not the self-righteousness in the sense that is bold like a lion, as the Bible says. This is not like the godly righteousness. This is of pride. And as mentioned earlier, the pride comes before a fall. And a lot of the times when you see women out here that are behaving a certain way, that are acting certain ways with men, that multiple men, because they want to act independent, but yet they can't not talk to men each day. Like, do you guys... and I don't think women understand how embarrassing it is. Like, they think it's attractive to have multiple men talking to them and trying to get other men jealous. They think it's attractive, and it's really not. It's really not. The woman that's sitting in the corner reading a book at the coffee shop, that's an attractive woman. To me. And to most men that are looking for something long term. Because what does that say about her? She's probably not out in the clubs. She's probably not out at parties. She's probably not drinking excessively. She's probably not an alcoholic. She's probably not a drug addict of some kind. She's probably not promiscuous because she actually likes some kind of form of imaginative qualities and has some kind of form of education. But she's not like going to be I call them like career universitarians, because a lot of the times the women that I met in university, they were just so focused on school. I've got to get to school. I've got to go through school. I've got to do this so I can get my degree. I called them career universitarians for that reason. They were just so focused on getting the degree because they thought that that's the most important thing. And men really don't care. It's not that we don't want you to be educated. It's not that we don't want you to be able to teach our kids someday at homeschool, because if anybody out there that is going through with public school to teach their children and allowing that, y'all got it messed up. Y'all got it messed up. That is not going to work. Your child will be poisoned by the pathologies of the collective. I mean, even just the other day, what I found out is this is what's going on in kindergarten, is a boy was forced to dress up as a woman, like in a dress, by a teacher. I forget the state that this was in. And if I knew I was going to talk about this, I would have pulled it up, but it just came to me just now thinking about it. But these are things that are legitimately happening. And when I was at the coffee shop earlier today, I went to a coffee shop that I haven't been to for a while, and I like the coffee shop. It's a nice coffee shop, and it looks like there was this new person there. Couldn't tell if it was a boy or a girl. It looked like it had the facial features of a boy, but I wasn't really sure. Had a weird voice. It was like neither male nor female. It was androgynous in one way or another. And they had green hair that was just silky and gross and greasy. And had a septum piercing. And had really baggy clothes that looked like they would be worn by a 5-year-old. Like those striped t-shirts, like the blue striped t-shirts, and I don't know, it just looked like something a kid in the 50s would wear. I don't know, it was just a weird outfit. And the glasses, they always have the glasses, the circle glasses, they always have that. And I like going out to coffee shops because I get into a state of flow. And it wasn't always this way. These coffee shops, they didn't have these kinds of people that worked there like this. They didn't have these weird, like these weird ass people, man. Like they're just weird and spooky. Like something is in the air for sure. And it's not just because it's almost Halloween. There's something weird going on. The energy is strange out here. And I've just found that the best way to go about it and to operate is to level up. And make sure you're going to the right locations. Like, I don't like going to the same place for coffee every day. I like to switch it up. I do have my favorite places, and there are some places that I'll go like 5 times a week. And I usually get tea. I don't drink coffee much anymore, but usually get tea. And just lately I've wanted to do something different. And so I found out like, oh yeah, I'll go to this other one. And my goodness, I don't know what's happening. I live in a fairly conservative state. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's this whole pathology of the left. And I'm not even like conservative or right wing or anything like that. I'm not even political. I'm just doing my best to follow God, to try to stay in my own lane. Like, I don't have any kind of political affiliation. But I do tend to agree with the traditional values of conservatives more. And I thought that I've chosen a place that I could stand my ground, in which I could be living a life that surrounded myself with these kinds of people, but I'm growing less confident in the places around me, that I'm growing to the point to where I think I need to move. I got to move somewhere. And I think this is just I think this is just the Most High calling me out of these places. I don't know where to go exactly. Perhaps Tennessee or something like that. Maybe even overseas somewhere. I don't know. But I want to give these people a reverence for life in one way, shape, or form and another. But I can't even respect you if you don't even show up for yourself. And I can't respect you if you just show yourself off either. Just put your best foot forward. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how much more clear I need to be. And I don't know if you guys are getting the same feeling of moving or something, and perhaps this is just a season of recognition and recalling and re-strategizing for me, because I've pretty much put a hold on even thinking about talking to women in a romantic way at this point, because I want to make sure I'm getting myself really lined up and I've really got my work focused. I'm staying on my grind, working like 12, 14 hours a day, making YouTube videos, hopefully giving some kind of edification and hope in the good, the true, and the beautiful to the viewers. Because ultimately that's what I'm trying to do, is to educate people on what's really going on in the world and what's happening, so that we can make the proper decisions to move in the way that we need to move. And sometimes in order to move the right way, we need to move. There's a song that I'm reminded of by the Eagles that says, "Find a place to take your stand and take it easy." And I think that's true for the most part, because one of the reasons I chose this location to stay at, that I'm at, is because of the geographic location. You know, I was planning for, when COVID happened, I was planning for mountain man style. I was like, we've got a river down the road. You know, we've got guns, we've got animals to hunt. We have plenty of land available if need be. We've got enough people to where we would be able to build a community, but we don't have too much to where we would be crowded. You know, I thought a lot about staying in this location based off of the geographic region and area itself. However, it seems to me that the culture everywhere we go now is seeping through this pathological culture where women think that they can do whatever they want and get away with it and have no repercussions or no consequences. And then the modern men, because I'm speaking about modern men and modern women specifically, and the modern men think they can just act like women or act like a depressing, anxious-filled, really just not even someone like presentable, and think that they'll deserve something that they didn't work for. It's an absolute disgrace. And I refuse to disappoint my ancestors. And I hope that the people watching this will also refuse to disappoint their ancestors and put forth the best possible version of themselves and create the best possible version of themselves ever. This is not my intention. I hope you hear the sincerity in my voice. I hope you hear the sincerity in what I'm saying. Because my intent is not to put toxicity out there or to create problems. My goal is to aim for solutions and to examine the problem and to examine how we can create a solution. And so with that being said, Peace be with you. Till next time.